So anyways, so that's like what makes us different. And I think also our results. And so that's number 6 is if you're a coach of any sort, you have to have proof. You have to have proof. And I remember one of my coaches said this to me when I started PelviBiz. He was like, Kelly, you cannot do PelviBiz unless you have proof. But I'm like, okay, but I just made 30K a month. Like, is that enough proof? And he's like, no. And I didn't get it because I didn't understand the different levels of business until I was in it for 5, 6, 7 years now. Okay. I just thought I reached the top of my first year of business because I made 30K a month and I thought I was a billionaire. No, that just wasn't it. There were so many more lessons after that. And so he's like, you have to have proof. And I'm like, okay, like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, you have to build a company that doesn't rely on you. That's the first step. And most people can't even get there. And I was like, okay. So I pulled out completely. I'm like, am I here? And, you have to make at least 7 figures. And I'm like, okay, check the box. In 2 years, I did that. Check. Okay, let me start PelviBiz. And that's like, that was part of my motivation is like, I really wanted to start PelviBiz because it was such a passion. And I think most coaches today, which is why I think a lot of people are fearful of buying into coaching, is because they think they're a coach because they went through an experience once, but they don't have all the notches on their belt. Meaning they may not have been through all the leadership they need to go to. Maybe they haven't built a big team. Maybe they haven't done multiple locations. Maybe they haven't managed their company from afar. Maybe they haven't fired 30 people. Maybe they haven't hit 7 figures. Maybe they haven't hit multi 7 figures, right? Maybe I don't know. There's just so many different levels to this. And so, if you want to become like the best, and I want to become the best, I want to become like the female Tony Robbins, but like not an emotional motivational way, just like in a truly impactful, changing your life kind of way. And you have to go through all that. You have to go through all of it. And everything I just said, I've been through. I've been through all of it. Now, I'm not saying I know everything. There's still so much to learn, always, every single day. But I'm just saying all the pain and all the fear of what you guys are fearful of like, I'm so afraid of failing and whatever, like that's the thing that makes you the best coach. I have failed way more than any of my wins ever. People see the wins, but I also try to show all the failure too. I put it all out there on social media, all of it, every single part of it. Because I think that's important for you guys to know. And that's the 7th thing I would say on this is you have to be willing to show up your true authentic self and be okay with failing every single day because the failure is the thing that you learn from. Like that's the thing. And that's what actually makes you the best coach is when you go through all the failure. If everything was great, I wouldn't know the failure, so I wouldn't know how to then coach you guys. But because of all the things, and typically at 5 years, you have to break a business, always. And it goes through like a rebooting process. And the number one thing I hate is when someone's like, I'm good. And I'm like, if you say you're good, you're not focusing at all on trying to grow. That tells me you're dead in the water. That tells me your business is going to fail. And you always have to be leveling up and trying to grow, always. And I think that makes the best coaches.